I just want to say, go Bills, and I like your hat. It's very cool. So, Natalie, we got to know you in a great way over the summer. How did we get to know you over the summer?
So I was the 2022 Summer Nationals champion.
Yeah, there we go. Give her a big hand. So why do you think you played so well at Summer Nationals?
I worked really hard over the summer because, I've always wanted to win a major tournament like this, and I was really proud because coming from Buffalo, you can't really practice that much outside because of the temperature, so I felt really proud.
Yeah, and do you see that as a disadvantage that you might have with the girls that are from Florida or Texas or California, that they can practice year-round and you can't?
A little bit, but we have a bunch of places around our house that we practice at, like domes, and we have simulators and stuff like that, and when the temperature is nice in the summer, we have outdoor ranges that we practice at, so.
Mike, I've asked you this question before, and I'll ask it in front of all these people. You love your daughter so much. I know this for a fact. You'll do anything for her. Have you guys discussed maybe making that move down, so she can play golf year-round? Or does she need that break? Does she need that break from golf to be sane?
Yeah, you know what? The break for us, for Natalie's sake. I mean, she's real big into her academics at school. She's in other sports. She loves to dance. She dances 3 days a week. Her academics at school, it's just we try to fit whatever we can in. We have that window, and without we talk about the burnout factor. With just she has a club in her hand 7 days a week. It can vary from an hour and a half on a lesson to 2 hours down to 20 minutes. Some days, if she can get 20 minutes of, club time in her hand, whether it's putting, chipping, that's all we got sometimes. So, we try our best, but she is actively involved with her school, with other sports. So we try to fit, golf kind of takes priority over everything because she really, really loves the sport. So, we have talked about, moving, but it's really not. We're not there yet, and I don't know if we ever will be. But just with commitments, with family, with work. So we do our best, and we try our hardest to get as much playing time as we can in. We're in Florida, in January, February, and March, playing, whether it's in Orlando or whatever. But
making small trips down. Yeah,
exactly.
Natalie, I've described you as having an old soul. You are very mature for your age. But Mike, real quick, is there a tug and pull with how far you push her and how far you hug her? Where is the push, I know you can do better,
right,
line, and the other side of it is, I love you with all my heart?
It is, with Natalie, what I always say best about her golf game is what she has between her ears. She doesn't let anything really get to her when she's playing. If she hits a bad shot, what do we always say, Nat?
We follow it up with a good one.
And that's that's all you can do, right? Mm-hmm. And, it is, I know how far I can, push her to get the best out of her, and I know when to pull it back and be a dad more out there, and it's kind of that, I caddy for, every tournament she's in and every practice that she's at, I'm there, and I just sit back and watch, and, I let her coaches, Cindy and Alan Miller are her coaches, and they just, they work wonders with her, and I just, sit back. But I do know what I can get away with and what I can't.
Okay. So, Natalie, a question from the audience. I love this. What do you do in the off season to improve?
So, like I said before, we have domes around our area that we practice in, but recently, because we had that big storm, they deflated, so we had
The dome's deflated.
Yeah.
You're domeless.
So we have simulators that we practice at, or sometimes when the weather is somewhat nice, we practice outside. In our backyard, my dad built this building. He called it his shop, but my golf kind of took over. So we have domes, and we have a putting green, and So I practice there a lot.
Do you think you might have an advantage this weekend because it's going to be cold as Hades out there, and and these warm weather golfers won't be accustomed to it?
Well, I'm definitely used to it because on the local tournaments that we play, it's pretty close to this weather. So I wouldn't say I have an advantage, but I'm definitely used to it.
I mean, this is like July for you in Buffalo. Yeah. I mean, really, it is. I mean, seriously. I mean, you're going to be out there in a tank top going, "What are you guys doing, these parkas? Come on now, you're killing me." Do you feel, because you then went into Worlds and kicked some booty as well, you were in the Final Four group at Worlds with girls who were twice your size, but you played great. Do you feel when you have two performances like that you have extra pressure on you this weekend? Or do you feel, hey, I've already proven myself?
I feel like I kind of have some pressure on me because I won the national championship, and I feel like people might think, oh, she's the national champion, she should do really good. But also at the same time, I feel like I'm just out there to have fun because I really like to golf, and I think I don't have to prove myself, but I still have to do really good.
Mike, I was playing golf, and I'm not going to name names, but I was playing golf with a guy who is the father of a kid who won the world championship for U.S. kids, okay? And the other father that we were playing with kept referring to his son as, "Hey, you're the world champ. Hey, hey, if the world champ wants to tee off first, he gets to go first. Hey, you're the world champ. Hey, you're the world champ." And finally the dad said, "Hey, excuse me, that was last year." Mm-hmm. And he said, "Don't call my son the world champ anymore." Do you feel, hey, her being summer national champion was last year, or do you still put your chest out and say, she's the Under Armour Summer Nationals champion?
Yeah, it's definitely a notch on her belt as far as saying that she was 22 champion. It is a new year. And it's, every year I look at how much progression, whether we take that big step forward, that step that her coaches want to see her have, and the distances get a little longer, and, her chips are getting more accurate, and there's more putts sinking in the hole. It's just, it is. I'm incredibly proud, and when I talk to my friends and everybody, and everybody knows, but it is a new year. We play in quite a few tournaments around, from Buffalo to, Florida. And there was a wise gentleman that told me, I think you know who this is, you're not going to win every tournament you play in. Tiger Woods and all the greats out there, they don't win every tournament that they play in. And we try to play our best. We don't expect to win anything. But our, mantra is, if you put in the work and you work at everything you do, great things are going to happen. And, that's just the way we look, her, Nat, her mom, and I look at it. But, going back to, being the champion, we play with some remarkable golfers out there. And we have some great friends that, we met through golf, and we're still very close today. And there'll be a lot more that we meet. But it ultimately comes down to, we go out there, we try our best, and we do look back at our accomplishments and know what we're capable of doing, but we look ahead also.
Natalie, I had the opportunity to follow you with a camera in my hand when you won summer. It was great. You were awesome. You were so level-headed. I also had a chance to follow you when you were at Worlds in that final group, and you didn't play that great. And I couldn't tell the difference in your demeanor. Do you think that maturity is the reason, or one of the main reasons for your success?
Well, I think that on the course, no matter how I play or no matter how more bad shots I hit, I don't really let it get to me. And I think it does play a part in it because, I don't cry, I don't whine, I know it's weird to say, but I don't really let it get to me that much because I feel when it does get in my head, I play worse because when I have an open mind about something and, I feel like I play better. So I feel like it does play a little bit of a part in my head because I don't really get let anything get to me. So,
Well, Natalie, you are an amazing young golfer and an amazing young lady. Mike, you've raised an amazing little girl, and you should be very proud of yourself. You guys should both be proud. A big hand for both these guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome.